Good evening. 716 Delta Mike here with you. Sunday night, American Airlines Virtual Ops. Gonna take a flight from JFK with the new INI scenery down to Charlotte to the American Airlines hub there. This is the inside of the terminal here, JFK. Spin around here. It's even pretty cool. You got the American Airlines sign over on the wall, walkways and everything. If we turn and look out the window, there's our ride this evening. We're sitting at gate 39 here in JFK Kennedy. And that's the 737-800 by PMDG out the window. Let's jump outside and take a look. That's us, gate 39. We've done nothing but connect the fuel truck so far. So we're going to try to do this as close to real life as possible. Jump to the inside here. Ooh, it's a little quieter now. You can see where we were standing there inside. You can still even see the American Airlines symbol there through the window. It's pretty cool. We were just right inside there looking out here. Got the jetway connected. We're going to be rocking PACX. We've also got, let's do this real quick. Let's jump outside. Take a quick peek. Got Vatsim traffic as well as FSLTL traffic. So you can see the American Airlines symbol here. I'm assuming this is where they do ground control here at this little miniature tower here. Never been to JFK, but just assumptions. Pretty cool. If you picked up this scenery, it's probably worth it. Got the JetBlue shop across the way there. I think JetBlue has a lot of traffic in and out of JFK. We'll take a quick tour, just really quick. Let's give her a spin. And we'll get our flight underway here. Is that British Airways? Not bad. Yeah, that would be British Airways. Iceland Air, Alaska Airlines. FSLTL does a really good job with bringing in the traffic and doing the injections. Just makes it feel more real to me. Even if you are flying Vatsim, I'll turn it on when I'm on the ground just to create more. There's a JetBlue. There's nothing blue about it, but pretty cool livery. The City of New York Fire Department. Pretty cool. More JetBlue here. Apparently this is the JetBlue gates. We were at the American gates there just a moment ago. It's a pretty large airport. A lot of different terminals. I think American Airlines sits at Terminal 8, which is where we're at tonight. Just kind of take a quick little tour here of the airport. Oh, there goes some planes coming in and out. It's like a Delta there, and like I said, that's British Airways right there that just departed closest to us. Ethiopian Air. Korean Air over here. Air France. Aero Mexico. Yeah, so Kennedy, a big international airport here in the United States. So KLM here. There's an American taxiing over there. Some Virgin Airways right here. Virgin Atlantic. Some more Delta here. Looks like an Airbus A330 maybe right here. Keep making our way around here. I think we'll eventually get back over to the American terminals. Terminal 8. You can see the skyline of New York off in the distance there, if you can see that. Just breathe, huh? What airline is this? Azores Airline? Never heard of them. Air New Zealand, Air France. And looky here, we got back over to the American side of operations here. Pretty cool stuff. Let's Oh, this looks like the entryway to the airport where you would get dropped off if you were just coming in. I haven't even been through here, but yeah, it looks like they've modeled a lot of this stuff. And let's go through security. Hope you had your TSA pre-check handy. Maybe clear. Must be a new married couple. Alright, we're going to hop outside because I'm lost now because I don't know where we're at. How about we go find our plane? This is us right here, gate 39. Alright. Let's jump back inside then. If you're joining in with us live, we appreciate you tuning in. This is 716 Delta Mike, and it's going to be JFK to Charlotte tonight. Alright, so let's get this plane going out, shall we? Alright, we haven't got anything really here. One thing I did was ground setup here, and I got the fuel truck attached and preset the fuel numbers. We haven't started the fueling yet because we're going to use GSX Pro to do most of this. We do have to get our jetway connected here, so let's do that. That was
is too small for your aircraft.
Let's operate the jetway here. Come on.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
It seems to be a little bit of a glitch in GSX Pro. If you go into the drone camera and they come back, it seems to detach the jetway, but I think we can get it to come back here. Here it comes. Alright, we'll get the jetway connected. We'll get our crew on board. We'll get things fired up here then. Alright, that's looking better. Jetway's coming in. It was actually already connected, but the drone camera seems to detach that. So, there we go. Nice job, GSX Pro. Alright. We're on the inside here. We are not going to use FSFO tonight. I'm going to just do this by myself and hope for the best. So let's go up top. And let's go ahead and get our battery on. Get our emergency lights armed. And we'll do our chime on. Go ahead and get our logo and our position lights on. And let's establish some ground power here. And we'll go up top. Let's get our navs to start aligning the IRSs into the nav position. Turn this over to heading and status mode in a minute. That'll give us the time to alignment showing up here. We'll check back on that in a few. Alright, so let's do a couple of things here. Let's make sure our parking brake is set and on, and it is. We have our throttles working here, so controls are set as they should be. We're going to go ahead and do just a little bit of panel lighting here. And we'll do a little bit more lighting here. And we'll get the first officer side light up as well. And we'll go up top and we'll get a little bit of lighting on the panel up here as well. And the circuit breakers. We are on ground power. We'll turn that to TR1. And Alright, so we need to do a little bit of work down here in the FMC, and let's get our position. I should have updated the Navigraph AirX cycle, but we will do that after this flight. So we are at KJFK, Kilo Juliet Foxtrot Kilo. Drop that in here for our airport reference. Hit the next page, grab the left side GPS, put that in the scratch pad, and drop it into the pause in it. Alright, that will give us our position, and we'll get our route. Origin tonight, JFK, we are going over to Charlotte. I'm just going to go ahead and do a flight plan request through headquarters here, and that'll link us up. So JFK to Charlotte is set there. 479 miles, we'll select that and request. That's going to go ahead and start. Let's, while that's doing, let's take a look at a couple of things here. This is for flight. This is where we're sitting here at the gate. Gate 39, you can clearly see. We're going to shift gears real quick and go over to our operational flight plan. JFK to Charlotte, we are American 716 tonight. We are a Boeing 738, and we will be departing here shortly. Plan to fly at flight level 360. We'll be carrying 17,968 pounds worth of fuel. You can see our trip fuel there, 9,144, with a little bit of continuous 15 minutes reserves of 1,443. Alternates tonight, we'll check. I think our alternate is Atlanta, and looks like our alternate fuel is another 4,500, and our FinRes 2305. So that's going to give us trip and taxi fuel of 9644 with FinRes and alternates of 6881. So our block fuel will be 17,968. And while I'm thinking of that, I'm going to go ahead real quick and request our refueling here. So
Refueling truck is on its way.
all right, so we'll continue to scroll down through here. So here's our route this evening.
Fuel truck arrives and
We'll
asks
be
to do it.
planning to depart on runway 04 left, then we'll be direct to the Robinsonville VOR, where we'll pick up the Q430 flyway or airway there. We'll get off at Copes and pick up Q75 over to GVE, and I apologize, I don't remember what GVE VOR is, but we'll figure that out. And then we're coming into Charlotte on the Chesley 5 arrival. It looks like Charlotte's probably landing to the north. We'll expect 36 center, probably. I got 36 right by Simbury, but we'll see what they give us. Charlotte landing north. Passengers tonight, 143. Got 7.9 tons worth of cargo. Total payload 35,000. Zero fuel weight will be 128.2 with a takeoff weight of 145.7. We should be landing at about 136.6. All right, so fuel truck's here. Let's
aircraft until the fuel.
jump back to
Please
four
use your
flight.
airplane fuel system to set
And
the
let's jump
desired
that
fuel
off.
quantity.
All right, so let's jump down here and over here, and we will go ahead and ground services. We'll start the refueling here, and that'll slowly tick up. It's the closest way I've found to get it to do in real life, and you can already see fuel is coming in here slowly. So again, we're expecting about 17.9 or so of block fuel. All right, so I'll tell you what we need to do while that's starting. We need to do a few other tests here. We need to do, let's get fire test going here in a moment. All right, and fire warning, caution. All right, that worked. And then we get our squibs here. 2. All right, and we need to go ahead and get our systems test underway here. First officer typically would be doing that, but we're doing that tonight.
Glide slope.
You'll hear him going through all the tests.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Not sure why that gear handle was in the up position, but it should be down, so we've got that corrected and fixed. All right, we got a message on the FMS. All right, so our route is ready to load. And if you don't know, this little yellow light that I pushed here, that was what's telling me. So we hit load here. That's going to load our route tonight into the FMS or FMC. If you're tuning in live with us, say hello in the chat. All right, so there's the route. Uplink is available. We'll go ahead and hit activate and execute. That's going to put our flight plan in, and while we're at it, we'll put American Airlines 716 here in the box. And we'll put that as our flight number. And let's take a look at our route here. So there's our direct Robinsonville, the Q430, Copes, Q75, GVE, direct LYH. All right. And then we're going to need a departure out of here. So I think we might have some ATC on, so let's double check. Or maybe we don't, actually. We have no ATC on right now. So Boston Center Zone. Let me double check some things here real quick. And refresh. And close. Okay, yep. We do not have any ATC currently on. So that said, we are going to follow our flight plan, which was expecting a route departure on 04 left, and I verified that with Digital ATIS earlier. We will depart on the JFK or the Kennedy 5 departure, which is a vector departure. We'll take a look at that here shortly as well. Alright, so we'll go ahead and execute, and then we'll hit that again in our arrival. We're going to plan for 36 center here, the ILS 36 center. We're going in on the Chesley 5. and that will be at the LYH transition. So we'll execute that. Take a look at our legs now. And we're looking for discos here. So we got our radar vector departure, so we're going to be departing on a heading of 044 with a left turn to 09, I'm sorry, a right turn to 099 heading. And then we'll be radar vector set from there. So, alright, so there's that. Next page, next page, next page, next page. There's Chesley. That's the beginning of that is our arrival. Then E-Pain would be the bottom of our star, and then we'll be radar vectors, and then Solomon is the first approach fix there on the ILS for 36 center. So route's looking good. Let's get PACX going here and do a couple of things.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Let's go ahead and check on fuel real quick. Let's do that real quick. What's our fuel situation here? Fuel is still loading, but I think we can go ahead and request our boarding now. So let's go ahead
is too
and
small for your aircraft.
let's request boarding.
Boarding requested.
And we'll hit PACX as well. We're going to go ahead and start that. And that may not jive perfectly because GSX doesn't like you to board while fuel's being loaded, but trying to speed up operations just a little bit tonight. So fuel is loading, and you can see here.
Do you want to board crew?
No, we don't. Crew's already on board, so
Passengers boarding starting.
you can actually see our fuel ticking up here into the truck, so it's working. All right, looking good. Here comes the baggage stuff loading in here, so I think we're starting to load. All right, let's continue with our setup here. We'll get our auto brake set to RTO. Gonna go ahead and set our squawk to 220 or 2200, and we'll bring that down to the standby for now. That is set. We're gonna need 22.8 on the radios. Or Vatsim. That'll be Unicom there, so we'll be 22.8 there. Alright, that's going to put us back to the box here. Let's double check our payload here. So we're going to hit menu, ground actions, payload. We got to get our people in here to get our weights correct here. So we were a passenger count of 143, so we'll put 12 in first class tonight. And that would be 10 would be 143, 133 minus 2, so it'd be 131. Would that be 131 in economy plus 12 equals 143. Cargo's going to be 7865, so let's put 3865 in the rear. Oops, we missed that. 3865 there, and 4000 in the front. And if my math is right, that would be 7865, which will give us a zero fuel weight here of 128.2 and zero fuel weight here 128.2. So our payload is now correct. So I will take that. Let's take a look at our flight block summary here. American Airlines 716, Boeing 738 out of JFK at an elevation of 13 for the field. We're going into Charlotte, elevation there 748, alternate of Atlanta 1026. So we're going to need to be sure we get our cabin pressurization set there. Cruising at 360 with a cost index of 48, airtime 1 hour 35 minutes. Already looked at our payload. Got our top of winds here, our top of climb winds at 227 at 5.3 with a top of climb temperature at minus 55. All right, we'll minimize that. Let's see what we got here. Let's go up top here real quick, and we'll go ahead and set our pressurization to 360. And we're going to be landing at 750 feet. There we go. Pressurization is set. We'll continue back here to the FMS then. And let's just continue walking through this. All right, so performance initialization here. We're going to have a zero fuel weight of 128.2. 128.2 is our zero fuel weight. Our reserves here will be FinRes plus alternates. That's going to be 6.9. And our reserves. And cost index is, where did I see that earlier? I believe it was over
Hello,
here.
ladies and gentlemen. I would
48.
love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure
There
to
we go.
place your larger
This is an
carry-on items
optimal
in
cruise
the
level of
overhead bins
380,
and
but
smaller
we're going to be
items
cruising at
underneath in
360,
front of
so we're
you.
going to go ahead and plug
Unless you're in the
360
front row,
here.
please place all of your
We'll
items in the
execute
overhead
there,
bins.
and we'll go look
If you
at
have
our
any
weather
trouble
here for a
finding
top of
location
climb. It'll
for
be
your carry-on
227 at
items,
53.
please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin
All
and
right,
it
there's
is full,
227
make
at
sure you
53.
close
We'll
it as a
paste that in
courtesy to
here.
other passengers.
And we need a
Also,
minus
be sure that the
55
aisle
of
is clear
temperature.
and sit down so that way other passengers
Put
can
that
get
right
by
here.
you.
All
If
right,
you're
and
seated in an
N1
emergency
limit.
exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and
We
willing
are
to
not going
perform
to
these
derate.
actions.
We're just going to go
If
full
you're
toga
not,
out of
please let
here.
a flight attendant know so that way you
Actually, you
can
know what? We could derate to
Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we
24K.
ask that
Gives
once
us
we start landing, you
94.9
put away any laptops or
N1.
tablets. Thank you, and
So I think
welcome
we'll be
aboard.
good there. And take off here. We're going to be departing out of here, flaps 5. And we'll have a CG then of 23.6. So we need a trim set of 5.18. We'll go ahead and close this. Let's go down here. 5.18. Okay, let's go ahead and set our trim. All right, we're going to call that trim set. And we'll get our V-speeds in here, 139, 140, and 148. Go up here on the autopilot panel. We'll tune 148 right here. All right, get our master caution off. We'll go ahead and turn our flight director 1 and flight director 2 on. And we will pull this up real quick for you. Unload here, import here from SimBrief. All right, and JFK, here we go. Standard instrument departure. We're going to take the Kennedy 5 departure, so let's take a look at that and pin this here and take a look at a few things we're going to need to know. So we're departing off of 04 left. So this is going to be a climbing right turn heading 099 and a top altitude of 5,000. And then from there, we're expecting radar vectors. So we're going to take 5,000 and a heading of 099. So we're going to double check a couple of things here in our legs. Runway heading right turn 099. And autopilot panel, we need to tune 5,000 here. 5,000 is set. That can go LNAV and VNAV. Okay, it's looking good there. RTO is set. Squawk code 2200 is standby. All right. I think we are starting to really be just about set up here. All right, let's go through our overhead panels then, and let's double check everything up top here. So we're going to need our yaw damper on. We're going to get our... All right, we're about ready to get started here then. So we're going to go ahead and turn our forward fuel pump on. And since we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and turn on the APU and go down into the start. We'll get the APU fired up. And we'll continue our flows here just real quickly up this panel. We're going to go to APU gen here. We don't have anything yet. And we'll go ahead and get our fasten seatbelt signs to the on position. And then we're also going to go up here. We're going to go window heat can be on. We'll leave our probe heat till after start. We'll go ahead and get our electric fuel pumps. I'm sorry, hydraulic pumps on. Cabin pressurization is set. And packs are in the off position. Oscillation valve is open. APU bleed is currently off. And trim air is now on. Alright. EGT is now on, it's coming back down on the APU, so the APU is fired up. Let's step out here. Yep, I'm starting to see a little bit of the fumes there off the APU. Baggage is still loading up. Alright, and there's the APU available, so we'll go on to the APU bus here. Alright, we're there, and we'll go ahead and get the APU bleed air on. Let's get some packs on, get some air conditioning rolling in here for now. And then as we get ready to push back, we'll kill that and get the engine started here. Alright, we'll clear that. All right, you can see now we have APU, we have 22 amps, and there we go. So AC as well. All right. Everything here is looking good. Let's go ahead and do our stall warning test and our airspeed test. Check our flight recorder here. Oops. And let's go ahead and put our LED devices and flaps. That's looking good. All right, and clear. All right, I think we are just about ready to start our push. We need to verify our altimeter here. Weather currently, as of 5 minutes ago, winds are 280 at 13, visibility 10 miles, few clouds 4,900, scattered 8,000, broken 9,000, broken 25,000. Temperature is currently 63 degrees here on the ground, that's 17 Celsius. Dew point is 3 degrees and altimeter is 2991. So let's double check 2991. There's 2991 set. And let's get our traffic rings on.
Full right, expecting ILS full right approach.
All right, there we go. 5,000 is set. 148. We're looking good on the MCP. We are looking good in the box. All right, so let's go down here. And we are on the APU gen already, so let's go ahead and go back to ground services. Let's release our ground power. Let's remove our wheel chocks. And let's verify that our doors are all shut. Cabin is getting sealed up here. We're getting ready for the pushback. Which way are we going to need to go? Let's see where we're at. We're expecting runway 4 to left for departure. So I think I'm going to want to go nose to the right, tail to the left. Alright, so nose right, tail left, that's the plan. Alright, so let's go ahead
This parking is too
and...
small for your aircraft.
Actually, we need to look outside real quick. They are still not quite ready for a pushback yet. They're still letting them finish up on the baggage, so it looks like they're just finishing up. So we'll give that just a second to let it finish. Our passengers are all boarded on. Again, if you're joining in live with us, say hello in the chat. Love to hear from you.
So the 502 joining the ILS approach runway 4 right.
Alright, so it sounds like somebody's coming in 4 right on Vatsim on Unicom. Alright, so it looks like baggage is just finishing up. GPU is already removed. Ground power is all gone. We're on the APU. Double check all that up top. Looks like we're good here. Seatbelt signs are on. I'm going to go ahead and
This parking is too small for your
prepare for
aircraft.
pushback.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard
Here she
flight
comes.
716. With service
Jetway
to
is coming
Charlotte.
out.
Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 35
So the
minutes.
502
Now that we have
ILS
the
full
push
right
closed,
on
please make
final
sure that all
approach.
devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt.
We are
and
also
ensure that all
flying
tray
this
tables,
on
seat
live
backs
tonight
are in
with
the
our
full upright launch position for
joinava.org,
departure.
our
Flight
virtual
attendants,
airline.
Please prepare cabin for departure and cross check.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and get our TCAS to the TARA. I like to do that a little early.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, let's go ahead and get our collision light on there. It's our beacon light flashing. And we're going to go ahead and get our packs coming off as we're going to get ready for push here. Here comes the tug, moving into place.
Delta 502 landing runway 4 right.
Locking gear.
Alright, we're going nose right, tail left. That's the plan. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, yeah, that will work.
I
gotta study this a little bit more. I think we need to go the other way. We want to go nose left. We're gonna go nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes.
All right, we're getting ready to release parking brakes. Here we go. Parking brakes are released.
Activating push. All engines clear. Start at will.
And Kennedy traffic, American 716 is pushing back from gate 39, and we will be taxiing to runway 4 left for departure, Kennedy. All right. Throttles and fuel cutoff valves are in the opposition. We got our collision light on, and here we go. Turning 2, right side. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flight attendants for safety
This gives a start valve open, low oil pressure, and
please make sure that your seatbelts
you
are
can already
fastened
hear it
low and tight
turning.
across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight, as we may experience unexpected
All right.
turbulence.
And fuel
There
coming
are
in on
several
2.
emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with a shower or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist
All right,
others.
we got cut out on
Keep your
number
mask
2.
on until a member of the crew
All right.
advises you to remove it.
Turning 1,
In the event that
and
the
setting
pilot
parking brake.
decides to take us for a swim,
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
All right, we got start valve open on left side, low oil pressure,
Open
and
the plastic pouch and remove
yep,
the vest.
I can hear her
Put
firing
it
up.
over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten.
And we're
Replace the
crossing
vest, pull
21,
firmly on the red
22.
cord
Here we go.
only
Fuel
when
coming in on the
exiting
left
the aircraft.
side.
If your light vest does not inflate automatically, pull to the mouth for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke
let's go back
detectors
here.
located
Let's go
in
ahead
the
and set
laboratories is
flaps
prohibited
5.
by law. All of this information and more can be found in
All
the
right, flap
safety guide
5 set.
located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Lights are coming down, and flaps 5 are transitioning, and we will watch and make sure we get flap 5 indicated here. Flap 5 is indicated. All right, let's go ahead and get our first officer side over here to the FMC. He can monitor for our climb here and our performance here. And one limit takeoff here is 139, 140, 148. All right, here we go. So we need to GSX and let them know we have a good start.
American 982 with you, 5 mile final for 31 left.
All right, we got a good start. They're disconnecting. All right, so what we need to do then is go up top, and we'll go left side gen, right side gen, packs on the left on, packs on the right on, APU bleed off, and oscillation valve to auto. And with that, we can turn our APU to the off position, and then we can go ahead and start getting our lights ready for taxi here.
Unlocking gear.
All right, we got our taxi lights on. Actually, we should have already had these fuel pumps on. That was my bad there. Not cool. Gen 1, Gen 2. Everything's looking good there. All right.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right. We are going to go November Charlie to Bravo. Bravo. All the way down to Kilo. And Kilo, we will cross runway 31. And Kennedy traffic. American 716 will be taxiing to runway 4 left via November Charlie. Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo. Will cross runway 3-1 left at Kilo and continue taxi on Kilo to 4 left, Kennedy traffic. All right. She's going to show us the pin out there. And this is who we're looking at.
JFK traffic on the 28 on short final for
We think she's going to show us to us. She might there. She just walked away. So, all right, here we go. Park and brake off. Say goodbye, American Airlines. All right. Straight out here, November Charlie. We're going to make a left on Bravo. We are clear left and clear to the right. That should be Alpha right here. And this is Bravo right here that we're going to take. Yep, there's our sign. It says Bravo right there. Clear to the right. And we'll make our turn left here. And if you're joining us, we appreciate you tuning in and watching. If you'd like to say hello in the chat. Trying to do this as close to real life as we can. Not that I'm an airline pilot, but I like to try to do it as realistic as possible. Makes it more fun. That's why I'm running FSLTL traffic here on the ground. Just because there's a lot of traffic when you go to these big airports, and it's just not realistic to have 2 or 3 on Vatsim on. So, even though Vatsim's been getting a lot of traffic here, JFK, since the I&I builds released their scenery, which I am running the I&I build scenery here, and it is quite nice, I must say. I'll tell you what, we're going to take Alpha down, actually. No, we're going to continue just like I said on Bravo, because I believe I see an aircraft out there at Bravo as well, so we're going to continue here on Bravo. He's being a little slow, so we're going to probably catch him unless he turns off. And he is turning off. Look at us. Alright. Kennedy's looking pretty nice. Back to the inside here. And we're going to cross our 3-1 left at Kilo. Yeah, there we go, seeing the Ethiopian air. And what else we got? KLM. I think maybe an Air France there in the middle. Finnair right here. JFK, a busy airport, no doubt. Lots of international flights out of here. Alright, so if we're departing 4 left, that's going to be putting us departing out to the north, so we're going to make a left turn out to come back and intercept our course. Unless ATC were to come online here beforehand, we'll back to ourselves. So we'll make a climbing left turn to 099 because I believe that's what's called for, and then after that we'll continue our left turn back to heading 180, and then we will probably somewhere in there turn direct to the Robinsonville VOR. Alright, so we need to slow down here because I think Kilo is coming up here. That is Kilo Echo, so we need to keep going here a little bit further. This should be Kilo Delta, and it is. And the next one is going to be our turn at Kilo. And Kennedy traffic, American 716 will be crossing 31 left at Kilo. Continue our taxi to 4 left via Kilo. Kennedy traffic. Alright, here's Kilo. And we need to get our strobe light on. So we're going to cross the runway here. Strobe light is on.
Approaching runway 31 left.
Alright, crossing 31 left. Nice picture.
Runway 31 left.
Another nice picture.
11,700 feet remaining.
Newark traffic, United 1779 is climbing through 3,500, departing the area to the northwest of Newark.
Alright. That cleared us on 4 left, or cleared us there of 3-1. Just get our strobe light back off. And we'll continue our taxi down here to 4 left on Kilo. Super cool shot there. Got the skyline off the distance there, you can see. There. This is going to get us down here. We're just about ready to get out of here. We will make a stop down here. We'll get ourselves set up for departure, and then we will get out of here. Alright, if you're joining us now, just tuning in, thanks for joining us. We are getting ready to depart out of Kennedy here, JFK, on our way over to Charlotte. And we are coming up here at 4 left here. We're going to hold short and get ourselves set up for departure. So we're going to stop her right here, and we will set the parking brake. And we will verify that we have our TARA on, and we do. And we will go ahead and verify our MCP one last time. 148 heading to LNAV, VNAV 5000 set. FMS, we're going to go heading of 044, and then we'll make a left turn to 199 or 099, and then we'll continue our left turn to 180. That's our plan. And let's go ahead and get some landing lights on, and continuous relight on, and our strobe to the on position.
And Kennedy traffic, Virgin 170.
Parking brake is off.
137 Yankee turning base for ILS 04 right.
Here we go.
Kennedy.
We're going to go full length here. This is Kilo 2, so that was the ILS hold short line. So, and Kennedy traffic, American 716 will be lining up 04 left. Kennedy traffic. Alright, here we go. Strobe lights are on. We are set. Auto throttle now is engaged.
Approaching runway 04 left.
All right, we're 04 left. We're coming in here.
Entered runway 04 left. 12,000 feet remaining.
All right, here we go. And let's spool them up. And hit our clock. And Toga, here we go. Forward pressure on the yoke. Clock is turning.
Airspeed's alive.
Alright, airspeed's good. Coming alive.
3 knots.
Cross check.
Rotate.
And rotate. We're up.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. Alright, here's our climbing left turn. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 0 right. That's a right-hand turn. Might need to re-look at what I had. Yeah, we're going to be turning to the right. We're going to might be doing what I said I was earlier. All right, still climbing out here.
And Kennedy, copy Virgin 137 Yankee,
Right, flaps
heading
one.
finals for ILS 04. Right, Kennedy.
All right, here's our turnout. And passing through 2,600. And gear flaps up. Alright, and we will go Command A. Let's get our heading bug synced up here. Alright, we're going to need to turn back to the south, so we're going to continue our turn now. We're going to make our vector here. We're going to heading select, and we'll be right turn to 180.
And Kennedy, traffic Virgin 130.
There's 180 set.
Yankee, fully established ILS 04 on a 10-mile final.
Coming up on our 5,000.
Kennedy, traffic.
We are clean.
Kennedy traffic, Delta 1542 is trailing
Pretty shot
the
there.
Virgin. We'll be turning
Let's
right
see where
base
we just
to
departed there.
04. We are 2,000 and 220 on the speed.
And just the Delta, be caution, weight turbulence.
All right, we'll continue our right-hand turn here.
Roger,
Right
we'll
turn to
caution the weight turbulence on your
220.
heavy there.
Right turn 220.
You may want to size that to
And we're going to go ahead and clear ourselves up to 12,000 now. 12,000 is set, and level change 220 knots. Here we go. What a shot. Is that cool or what? There's the airport where we just departed out of New York. Super cool. All right, back inside. On our way up to 12,000, we are on a heading of 220 now. And we are going to go direct to the Robinsonville VOR now.
And Kennedy traffic Virgin 137 Yankee is on a 5.5 mile final call for ILS 204. Right.
Robinsonville VOR, execute, and here we go. And LNAV, BNAV. Alright. And let's go ahead and clear ourselves up to 360 now. for our cruise. 360 now set. Coming up 8,500. We're now direct to the Robinsonville VOR. Here's what our departures look like out of here. So our departure on a 044, then a right turn to 099, and then we vectored ourselves around, and we are now direct to the Robinsonville VOR. All right, let's do some cleanup work here. We'll get our RT brake and get our gear into the lock position, and we're passing 10,000, so let's go ahead and get our lights off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet, so you may turn on
continuous
larger
relight could
portable
also be on.
electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration
Everything up
of the
top
flight
is looking
and do not
good
form
and
a line
normal,
near the left
although we
port.
should have had our probe
This
heats on.
aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight communication to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live
Alright.
TVs and movie
Let's see the
Kennedy traffic,
coastline there coming up.
42, turning right base for ILS 04 right. Kennedy
See that
traffic.
coastline coming up there. Here's what we're looking like. We're going direct Robinsonville now. All right, there's through 11.7. Let's get our heading bug synced up here. Expected flight time was about an hour 35, I think, tonight. We've been wheels up now for 6 minutes, so about another hour and a half. We should be there. It's a cool shot looking out that wing, isn't it? Gotta appreciate the beauty of Microsoft Flight Sim. See the airport there below us, or just off our right wing, which is, I'm not sure, that's probably Newark.
Kennedy traffic, Delta 1542, 7 miles final ILS 48.
Alright, through 15,000 now. Look out to the left here, you can see the coastline there. Super cool. She's a beauty, Clark. Alright, coming up on 170, we're just about to transition altitude at 180. And we'll get into the flight levels here. Heading bug lined up just a little bit more here. Alright, there's 18,000. Let's go ahead and go standard pressure here.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Transition altitude. We're on our way now to 360. We're halfway there at 18,000. Let's zoom out just a little bit here and see. We can see where our top of climb indicator is. Should be right in here then, before we get to Copes. Flight to sea is just under 500 nautical miles. 497 is what I'm showing at for flight. Yeah, you can see the coastline just there. We've just crossed over that and back over land here. So. Couple of good shots there. Things are moving along quite well here. Again, if you're tuning in, watching, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the flight, and hope you enjoy the stream. If you would say hello in the chat, we'll be happy to give you a shout out there. Approximately, about 50 miles east-southeast of Allentown, Pennsylvania right now. Could be kind of right out through here. Can't see it, but got an airport just off our nose there. This vicinity here. That would be, I believe that's going to be somewhere. I believe that's going to be Northeast Philadelphia Airport. Should be coming up on our right-hand turn here just any moment. You know, we're about 4 miles from Robinsonville. That's where we're going to make a right-hand turn. Oh, you know what? That's actually McGuire Field. That's what that is. It's a McGuire Air Force Base. That's what you see there off our left wing. Right there. All right. So there's the right turn at Robinsonville. Now we're headed to Copes. Looks like flight time about 12 minutes now. Let me study. Let's get our heading bug synced up here real quick. Let's see what our ATC is looking like. Do we have ATC anywhere? Centers, we have Boston, Chicago, and Toronto, so it's not looking like we're going to pick up any center traffic or ATC right now as we're speaking here. So we will give you a little taste of Sim Toolkit Pro. There's our departure out of New York. Just crossed Robinsonville there. This is us right here on the map tracking. Top of climb will be over here just before we get to Copes. Then from Copes we'll be turning to the southeast or southwest there, making our way down over Virginia and down into Charlotte. If we're lucky, Atlanta Center may come online and give us some ATC getting in there. We'll go ahead and study the Chesley 5 arrival while we're at it. So this is the Chesley 5. And it looks like we're going to have a few restrictions on this. So we got speed restriction and altitude. So we got burrs at 280 knots between 240 and 270. Skiles 280 knots and above 220. Dent 270 knots and above 16,000. And Boots. We're going to need to cross Boots between 13 and 23. And then Chesley between 13 and 22 at 250. And we are landing north, so we're going to continue our descent down here. It looks like Ipe will be our bottom of our star. That's 210 knots at 6,000. All right. would we be at on here? This should have had a refresh. This is SimAware. Let's see if we can find us. There we are. American 716 out of JFK. Showing us a ground speed of about 417 knots, 28,000. That's lining up pretty close. All right. Enough of that. Let's jump back over to the sim. Let's go down here in the FMS and take a look at a couple of these restrictions we had and waypoints just to make sure that we're going to meet those. Burrs. I'm going to go back over here and refer to my chart real quick. So Burrs 280 between 2.4 and 2.7. That's looking good. Skiles 280 at above 22. That's good. Dent 270 above 16. Boots 13 to 23. Chesley 250 knots, 13 to 22. That's good. And then we got Chris above 11,000. Yep. And Slowfo between 10 and 21. Man, what a range that is. Still 250 knots. And Jamgo 250 knots, 10 and 16. Still looking good. Wise 9 and 12. Cat 210 and 9,000. Got it. ePay 210 and 6,000. That's the bottom of it. So all of that's looking good. So we got a lot of speed restrictions, a lot of altitude windows, and a couple of hard. So 6,000 is a hard altitude. So depending on what we'll do, we'll probably set 6,000 before we descend, and then we'll meet all the restrictions and let VNAV do VNAV things. So. Alright, we should be coming up on Copes here just any minute, making our left turn out to the southeast. Let's get some traffic on here. So yep, here's our left turn. And I believe that picked us up on the Q75 there. We're on the airway now. We're going to ride that for a ways. All the way to the Gordonsville VOR. And there we'll pick up the Victor 476, I think. Actually, negative. We're going to ride Q75 all the way to Gordonsville, and from there we're through with an airway, and we will be direct to the Lynchburg VOR, which is the transition for our Chesley 5 arrival into Charlotte. Alright, heading bug sync. Here we go. Heading bug is synced up and set. Again, if you're joining us, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We are en route to Charlotte, North Carolina. Fun fact, I'll be on an airplane in the morning at 5 a.m. on my way to Charlotte, where I'll catch another flight out of Charlotte to head west to Denver, Colorado this week for work. Still looks like we have no ATC on right now. Again, if you're watching, we appreciate you tuning in. Say hello in the stream, if you don't mind. All right, there's 1,000 to go. That's through 350 on our way to 360. Out the right side, that would be where we got Lancaster, Pennsylvania, be just out there just a little ways through the clouds. Don't think I can see anything out there that I could identify as an airport, but looking at ForeFlight, Lancaster, PA would be over that way. See that island down there? Not sure what island that is. That'd be just off our left side. It's gonna be some kind of river. It's gonna run out in there. Give you a shot of ForeFlight here. This is what we're looking like currently. I think PACX has us with our in-flight entertainment center today. So there you can see we are coming into the Maryland area now. Like most of our crew is satisfied. Most of our passengers are satisfied, that is. Alright, so we have leveled off at 360. Why don't we go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs off? And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We've leveled off at flight level 360 for our cruise over to Charlotte this evening. Expecting a pretty smooth flight. Turned off the seatbelt signs so you can move about the cabin. We got about 250 miles or so before we begin our descent. So if you would, when you're sitting in your seats, keep your seatbelt fastened. But if you need to move around, feel free. And we will get back with you here before we begin our descent into Charlotte. Thanks as always for flying American.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, please note that we only accept credit cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We've leveled off at flight level 360. PACX lets you do that little bit of recording. It's kind of cool. Expecting a pretty smooth flight. Turned off the seatbelt signs so you can move about the cabin. We've got about 250 miles or so before we begin our descent. So if you would, when you're sitting in your seats, keep your seatbelt fastened. But if you need to move around, feel free. And we will get back with you here before we begin our descent into Charlotte. Thanks as always for flying American.
In a moment, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and
why don't we do a little bit of, while we're flying here, let's get some weather here. Let's check out what the weather's looking like. Oh, there's no METAR available in Charlotte right now. That's not cool. And we'll look at our winds aloft here. We're making our way down this way here, so it looks like we'll have a little bit of a crosswind coming from our right to left there, and maybe getting into a little bit of a headwind situation before we get in there. Digital latest then. Let's see what Charlotte's doing. Let's refresh this, and then Charlotte arrival. Information Tango. Winds are 230 at 5, broken 8,000, broken 9,500, broken 25,000. Temperature's 19, dew point is 05, altimeter 2996. We got approaches in use, simultaneous approaches. Expect visual approaches 36 right, 36 center, 36 left. Runways 5 and 23 are closed. All right, so we're expecting to be landing north. I'm going to expect 36 center. Or 36 right. I think I'm going to set up for 36 center. So that's the plan. And we've already looked at our arrival here. So if we take a look at 36 center, you can see ePay here. That's the bottom of that. That is 36 center. Solomon is our initial approach fix. So depending on if we get ATC, we'll just continue our heading down this way, and then we'll make a right turn over this direction. And then another right turn to intercept the 003 course to the north, and ILS frequency is 111.7. All right, let's go back over into the sim then. We'll put that right here and bring that off. There we go. Back into the flight deck here. We are cruising at decimal 80 and 229 miles to our top of descent. Actually, we should have had a targeted speed of Mach 80 set here, so we'll go ahead and set that there and execute. Descent will be that, and then we're going to go set this to 290 here. And our descent there for the transition. And
ahead.
we are cruising at 360, so I want to get flight level 300, 200, and 10,000 for our descent. So let's do some descent calculations here. Let's do a forecast. Flight level 300, 200, and do 10,000 as well. Execute that and request the winds. We'll come back and check on that momentarily. We'll get a message tell us when those are ready. It'll take a minute for that to sync up, go through the computer system, and our data links on board the aircraft. We'll get a little yellow message right here. There it is, FMC receive message. So here we go. We will forecast the uplink is ready. Let's go ahead and hit load. That should load the winds at flight level 30020 and at 10,000, and it did indeed. Execute and back to our descent. So in a moment we should see this recalculate for our top of descent. There it is. Top of descent's now 218 miles out. We should reach that at 2015 Zulu, and it is currently 1944, so roughly 30 minutes from top of descent here. We've been airborne about 28 minutes, so that'll put us about 1 hour in flight from departure to top of descent. Probably another 20-25 minutes there from our top of descent down to the ground, so it should line us up pretty close. It might be 30 minutes from the top of descent down to the ground. So yeah, I was expecting an hour and a half. Oh, we got traffic there off our left wing. That would probably be FSLTL traffic. But that would be Giant 8001. You want to see where we see that at? Take a look. There he is. We just passed him. We got an Air Shuttle 610 Alpha just in front of us off our left, which would be right out here somewhere. Can we see him? He's quite a bit lower than us, so I don't see him right now. Oh, yeah, there we go. There he is right out there. then we got a brickyard out in front of us. That actually might be the brickyard that I'm seeing now that I look at it. This other guy would be over to my left. So, yeah, that's our brickyard. Brickyard flight right there. All right. See how everybody's doing here in the cabin. So far, so good. They're incognito. They're all asleep. Oh, sound like we just got a little ATC, so let's see what we got here. Just heard the ding. That's Washington Center telling me to contact him on 33725. 33725.
Roger, flight 1570 radar contact, 14 miles southwest of Nottingham, 12000, the Baltimore altimeter 3000, and expect 33 left. Alright, we'll expect 33 left, Frontier flight 1570.
Washington Center, American 2281, 16,000 for 340.
American 2281, Washington Center, hello.
At Washington Center, American 716, flight level 360.
American 716, Washington Center, squawk 2377.
2377 for American 716.
Delta 1123, radar contact 33 miles southwest of Elizabeth City, flight level 380.
Caution, inside DFR.
Washington Center, Delta 108, flight level 320, climbing 380.
Delta 138, Washington Center, hello. American 716, radar contact 10 miles northeast of Washington, flight level 360.
Yeah, position checks, American 716, thank you. Alright, we picked up some ATC. Yep. And looks like Atlanta Center is now online too, so what this really means is we're going to have ATC all the way into the ground. So that's good. That'll bring up some fun stuff. Could we get lucky and have approach or tower online maybe, but not right now. But we do have Washington Center and we do have Atlanta Center, so we're going to be in the green all the way with ATC. You guys want to see what that looks like? Let's
Washington Center, JetBlue 51,
just show you.
340.
JetBlue 51, Washington Center, Ida.
Good evening, BC Center, Delta 89, climbing through 14,000, flight level 350.
JetBlue 51, radar contact 21 miles southeast of Waterloo, flight level 340. Break United 89, Washington Center, hello, squawk 13, correction, squawk 3665.
Alright, let's delete this out of here.
Washington Center, good evening, Delta 137.
We need to
7,800.
Get a couple of pieces of information and we can give ourselves some good situational awareness here.
3743.
So we know.
Delta 89, squawk 3665.
3665.
EPAY is the bottom of our star, so EPAY is 6,000. So let's go find out how far we are from there.
Delta 232, Washington, hello, squawk 1322.
There's EPAY. Go to fix, we'll paste that.
Contact 900 miles southwest of
So it gives
Baltimore,
us 285 miles from there. We'll go ahead and say 110 miles from there would roughly be our top of descent. And what that'll do is draw a circle.
137 radar contact, 12 miles north of Washington, 10,000, climb maintain flight level
You can see
310.
TD in there. It's kind of jumbled, but that's a good visual reference for about where our top of descent's going to need to be. And then let's go back over here to our legs.
10 miles north of Washington with 7,000, climb maintain flight level 350.
And we're going to plan for 36 center right now. So 36 center, RW 366.
Departure flight 1570, descend to maintain 3,000. Depart Jetna.
Plug that in as a fix, and then let's put ourselves a circle at 10 miles out.
3,000, depart Jetna.
And let's do another one at 5 miles out. So now we have good visual reference on the map.
7,000 for 10,000 following the Suki 5 departure swan transition.
Delta 5706, Washington Center, hello, squawk 13, standby. Delta 5706, squawk 6562.
Delta 5706.
Delta 5706, radar contact 900 miles north of Washington, 9,300. Climb maintain flight level 310.
There on the first officer side, you can kind of see here's our runway and our wings here, top of descent here. Kind of just get a visual of the whole route. We'll go ahead and pull that back. And we'll go ahead and set it to this view here, because that's going to, when we start our descent, you'll see our profile going down.
Clock 3743.
Delta 137, that's correct, 3743, proceed direct cross.
Direct cross, Delta 137.
Delta 232, proceed direct cross.
Proceed direct cross, Delta 232, and any chance we can get our cruising altitude amended to flight level 330?
Delta 232, maintain flight level 330.
330,
Frontier flight 1570, report the field in sight. Got the field in sight, Frontier flight 1570. Frontier flight 1570, clear visual approach, runway 33 left. Clear visual 33 left.
160 miles from our top of descent now. 2016. Yep, still on line with that. We got a little bit, there's that right to left wind / headwind coming in there. 276 at 66 knots. Not horrible, but not great. Heading bug is synced. Again, if you're joining us, we appreciate you tuning in and watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Keep coming back. We'll keep publishing some more content as we can. Probably get back in the King Air here pretty soon. Or the Beach Baron. I like that airplane as well. But I still enjoy my airlines.
5706, turn right heading 140, vectors for traffic and spacing.
We're doing our AVA. Join ava.org for our American Airline Virtual Ops tonight. We also do the Avelo virtual airline operations. So check out both of those.
Correction, Delta 89
show,
direct Kennedy.
I will pull this up here and give you guys a little bit of a peep at the two virtual airlines here. Let's do
Delta
that,
89
and let's do this. And we can go with here and Avelo Virtual. Check them out at AveloAirVirtual.com.
Make sure he didn't step away.
Super cool airline. They're new virtual airline startup, but I'm really enjoying them. They fly real world routes by Avelo, which is a new budget carrier here in the U.S. and some super cool liveries. They only fly the Boeing 737-700 and the 737-800, so you've only got two airlines in the fleet, or two aircraft in the fleet. That's all Avelo actually flies in real life.
Thank you for that, Delta.
And then, if you don't like flying Avelo, check out
Yeah, you guys took off really close to each other, so.
ava.org. Joinava.org is the URL there, and they have a great setup and smart cars as well, just like Avelo does. And you can run your dispatch system and book your flights all over the country. So, something cool to check out if you're new into flying and you want to have a real purpose and a reason to fly. Virtual airlines are a good reason.
Proceed direct cross, resume on navigation 5706.
Seeing a little bit of traffic out in front of us here. That's my FSLTL traffic, no doubt. I usually leave that on. I could probably turn it off mid-flight, to be honest with you. It's not doing me much good up here. I'll close it out, and then maybe we'll turn it back on as we start down into Charlotte. Yeah, that got rid of it out in front of us. Alright, we are coming up to the Gordonville VOR, which is the end of our Q75 airway. So you can see we're about 25 miles out from there. And then you got the Lynchburg VOR, so let's just put that in, LYH, and see how far away we are from that as well. So we're about 92 miles away from the Lynchburg VOR. Just good to have that situational awareness, knowing where you're at all times. So we would be 90 miles or so east-northeast of VOR there. 21 miles now from Gordonville VOR.
Delta 1123, contact Jacksonville Center, 135.902.
Okay, another trick we could try. Let's see what the Lynchburg VOR channel is. 109.2.
Delta 1123, contact Jacksonville Center, 135.902.
Let's see if that populates up here. Probably not picking it up just yet. But when we do pick that up, you'll be able to see that VOR in distance here. And what were we? 110.5? 110.5 on the ILS. So now that we're keep an eye on that just for giggles here. We'll see how far out we can tune the Lynchburg VOR. And without a doubt, we can already pick up the Gordonville, which is 115.6. So we could go 115.6 right here. Yep, there you go. So 15.2. Of course, we already know that we're roughly that's a waypoint. This is the actual VOR. So there's just a little discrepancy there, but the Gordonville VOR, we're 14.2 DME from it. But y'all don't let me forget to retune my ILSs. They're set in standby, but they are currently not tuned. And while I'm thinking about that, we need 003 on the heading. And let's just verify that I did indeed have the correct ILS frequency set here for 36 Center. Something else we'll do momentarily is set a backup here. Charlotte approach. We'll pin 36 Center and 36 right. And 36 Center is going to give us, it's actually 111.7. 111.7.
And Washington for Delta 5706, is it alright if we can step away for 2 minutes?
If we really wanted to do this with a backup for 36 right,
thank you.
we could tune 108.9 reset there. 108.9 in the right,
Delta 327 Washington Center, hello.
Now, with the flip of a couple of buttons, we can be set up pretty quickly for 36 Center or 36 right without much headache on our part. Depending on what ATC gives us, I can jump for either one, because they will vector us. Alright, let's take a look at our cruise here and descent there. So we're about 108 from our top of descent. And progress page here. Charlotte, we should be there at 2049. That's at 49 minutes from now. We've been airborne for 44 minutes. So we're looking good on our flight time.
1570, clear 33 left on Papa. Frontier flight 1570, where you parking? Delta 48, please. Frontier flight.
Let's get our heading bug synced up here.
Frontier flight 1570, Texas parking via Papa Echo Tango. Good day.
Papa Echo Tango, Frontier flight 1570, KJFK, take care.
Washington, 5706 is back with you.
Delta 5706, Brad.
I wonder if that's supposed to be in like that. I think it is. And then if I wanted to go over on 2, mic selector is 2. Not sure. This is your microphone selector here. Excuse me. Alright, so we have passed the Gordonville VOR, which is 17 miles behind us, and we still currently have not picked up the signal for the Lynchburg VOR.
Blue 51 is back.
I've got that tuned here on VOR 1, which is 109.2.
DC Center, Walker 3159, I'd like to pick up our I-part of Minneapolis.
And Bix.
Walker 3159, Washington interference is on request.
So it looks like we're 50 miles from it. I expect it to be popping in here any minute.
The Philly altimeter 29907.
We'll see how long it takes for it to come in.
What's up for American 2281?
Yeah, for American 2281, cross towards at 12000, Philly altimeter 29907.
Cross towards at 12000, American 2281.
Alright. While we're waiting on that, we're going to pull up ForeFlight here. This is Charlotte. Current weather is 270 at 5, visibility is 10, overcast 8,500. Temperatures currently 64 degrees there. Dew point is 43, altimeter 2998. So let's preset 2998, shall we? 2998 is preset.
Clear to Minneapolis, we have the L15 departure, Danko transition, Dennis 5, climb maintain 6000.
And about 83 miles from our top of descent.
Squawk 3673, Walker 3159.
Walker 3159, you're back correct, advised, ready for taxi, Raleigh altimeter 29907.
.092. 1092. We are still not picking up that VOR.
Good evening, DC Center.
Lynchburg.
Number 337 Charlie Bravo is at 8,500 feet. Looking to pick up VFR.
Oh, there we go. We just picked it up.
KBBT.
3940 miles out from the Gordonville VOR.
Number 337 Charlie Bravo, Washington Center, squawk 37.
There it is. So since I have it tuned, you see that green,
3771 for
and
the
that's
squawk
because it's in
for
the
337
fix
Charlie
page
Bravo.
over here. So whatever you put into these fixes will have a circle around it. So LYH, you can now see LYH is set here. We can turn on stations, and you can see what that will do is give us more. So that's RDU, that's Raleigh Durham.
Bravo.
See how you can turn those on and off?
Showing in Cleveland
It's pretty cool there, just for good situational awareness to know where local VORs are in the area. So if you turn off the stations, you can also turn on airports.
Contact request from you if I get into your airspace.
So from this view, I could quickly say, okay, RDU, if I was looking, I could say PSK. I could type those in real quick here into my fixes, see how far we are. So RDU. So we're 103 miles from the Raleigh-Durham VOR, if I needed to tell ATC where I'm at. Which, in that case, Raleigh-Durham, we should be 103 miles due north of the Raleigh-Durham VOR. Alright, so we can delete that out. We don't really need all Raleigh-Durham for now. So 177 from the bottom of our star. We are 175 from the runway. And we're 26 from Lynchburg. And we are about 65 miles from top of descent.
Radar service terminated. Change to advisory approved. Have a good flight.
I hate that I'm leaving so soon, but thank you for the service. Switching over to Unicom, Delta 89. See you.
Delta 137, Lumiere Space to the north, New York Center, South Line. Radar service terminated. Change to advisory approved. Good flight.
Take march. Have a good night, Delta 137.
Bug is synced up.
American 716, descend via the Chesley 5, arrival Charlotte is landing north, Greensboro, altimeter 29906.
29906 will descend via the Chesley 5, and we'll be expecting to land north in Charlotte for American 716. Thank you. Alright. He told us that he's already cleared us to descend via the Chesley 5. So, refresh our course real quick, because we have 59 miles to our top of descent. But what can I tell you? We're going to verify the bottom of our star is 6,000. So that's what we're going to set. We're going to close that autopilot panel. We're going to go right here and tune down to 6,000. $6,000 is set. Take a look here. Remember my little ring that I put 110 miles out from the bottom of our star? Look how close that lined up for our top of descent. Just happened to kind of know that was roughly about where it would be, but that's a good visual reminder.
The north boss, correction, New York Center, offline radar service terminated.
So
change advisory frequency approved.
if I didn't have this TD, I would know right in here that I need to start my top of descent. So it's just a good visual reminder.
Have a great day, 5706.
Delta 232, Lumiere Space to the north, New York Center is offline, radar service terminated, change advisory approved. Have a good flight.
We're 13.5 miles from the Lynchburg VOR now. Gordonville's behind us at 57 miles. And now at this point, we don't really need to be tuning those anymore. So why don't we go ahead and set 111.7 over here. And let's go 111.7 here. That's wrong. Alright, now we got 111 set on both sides and 108.9 here, so we'll go ahead and put 108.9 here in standby. So if we need to go to 36 right, we'll go 108.9. Otherwise, we're set up for 36 center right now. Alright, we're going to also be handed off to Atlanta Center here in just a bit. So Atlanta Center's on 32,975. $32,975. That's set. Alright, so Charlotte is 270 at 5. Temperature is currently 64 degrees there on the ground. Go ahead and get our heading bug synced up again. Here we got a pretty good significant crosswind now, so we got a 100-knot crosswind from left to right, from right to left. So you can tell we are probably crabbing pretty heavily. We're pointed to the right, the track straight. So got a pretty heavy crab going on there with a 104-knot crosswind currently.
Southwest 747 on the ground at Reagan, request IFR to Charlotte.
Southwest 447 Washington Center, contact Washington ground 121.7.
We'll do.
All right, 30 miles from our top of descent here. $20.50, $20.15. So that's 30, about 35 minutes out. We've been airborne 56, so. Yeah, we're going to be just under an hour 35. So
1951 Washington Center, squawk 1667.
Really good on the flight time tonight, I think.
1667.
Washington Center, Delta 1488 Heavy, checking in flight level 350.
Delta 1488 Washington Center, at
Hi, Dan, Delta 1488.
All right, there's the 20-mile ring. That would put us, say, 25 miles or so from top of descent.
United 1951, radar contact 12 miles north of Frederick.
Going down to 6,000. Got our restraints verified already.
3005, descend via the Hyper 8 arrival.
2998 is the current altimeter in Charlotte, so that is preset down here.
United 1951, expect a visual runway 1 right approach.
Visual 1 right approach.
Destination ATIS is 121.15.
All right. We got
Delta 1488, radar contact 22 miles southwest of Moderna, flight level 350.
Don't have any Charlotte ATIS on that sim right now.
American 2281, descend via the Trish 3 arrival. Expect a visual approach runway 33 left.
All right,
Baltimore
19 miles.
3004.
Send via the Trish 3 for the visual 33 left. Can I get that altimeter again for American 2281?
American 2281, the Baltimore altimeter 3004.
3004, American 2281, thanks.
All right. Coming up on about 14 miles, 13 miles to top of descent, 13. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We are currently about 5 miles there from our top of descent as we get ready to descend down into the Charlotte area. Currently on the ground there in Charlotte, winds are light out of the west at 5 miles an hour. Temperature is about 64 there on the ground, and we should have you on the ground here in about 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to turn the seatbelt sign back on, and if you will, make your way back to the seat. And as always, thanks for flying American. Alright, seatbelt signs are back on.
And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. You're currently about 5 miles there from our top of descent, and we get ready to descend down into the Charlotte area. Currently on the ground there in Charlotte, winds are light out of the west at 5 miles an hour.
American 716, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
3297, American 716, see ya.
We're going to turn the seatbelt sign back on, and we'll make our way back to the seat. And as always, thanks for flying American.
Contact center here just as soon as we begin our descent. All right, here we go. Top of descent has reached, and we are on our way down. There goes that rollback of the engine. Sounds amazing. Love to hear that. Whoa, it's deep rumble. Boom, 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 boom. All right.
1346, wind 2705, and weight 36
back inside here. We'll give Atlanta Center.
36 right, American 1346.
Atlanta Center, American 716, flight level 347, descending via the Chesley 5.
American 716, Atlanta Center, hello, Charlotte altimeter 2998, expect ALS 36 right.
2998, we'll expect 36 right, American 716. Alright, he said 36 right, so 36 right, so we need to hit 1089 and 1089. And legs here. Let's make sure heading bug is synced, and it is synced up right now. And let's go autopilot just for giggles into heading mode, just to be on the safe side. And we'll get our approach here. We're going to go ILS for 36 right. Set, pick them, and execute legs. E-pay, heck them, that looks good. Back to legs and autopilot and back to LNAV. No change.
American 1346, don't have a speed readout on the guy ahead of you, and I talked to him obviously. You can start reducing your final 3.5 in trail.
We are set 1089. 1089, that's 36 right.
330, runway 36 right.
003. And if we get switched back to ILS 36 center, we can do that in a heartbeat.
Flighting 330.
Flight 330, United 269.
It's always good to be prepared. In that case, we were prepared for 36 right, even though we were set up for 36 center. It was an easy change on the fly. If you're flying airlines, you're flying on Vatsim, I would encourage you to always be prepared for alternates. So, especially if you're coming into an airport with multiple runways and a big class Bravo, it's good to be prepared. I knew there was a chance we could get 36 center or 36 right, so we were prepped for both. We switched our view here. You can see where we're at. We're coming through 300. We've got 6,000 set in magenta, and we're going to be crossing Burrs here between 24 and 27, and then Skiles at 220. So this is kind of our vertical descent path here on the screen, kind of for us to look at. Heading bug synced up here. Here we go, right there. And we are, looks like, just under 9 miles from Burrs. If you want to know how to do that, you press the CTR button here. So on the 800, it's so there's your main view. That's one click will take you to this screen, and 2 clicks will take you here for this, and then the 3rd click will take you right back to where you were. Same thing over here on the first officer side. That was a trick I learned from using FSFO, Flight Sim First Officer. Which, as I understand now, doing a little research, that view is used quite often in the cockpit by the crew. Alright.
Center, Blue Streak 5333 is ready for taxi.
5333, runway 36 right, DP taxi via Charlie Cross, runway 23.
Alright, over to 36 right via Charlie, crossing 23 for 5333.
It's just such a really good sound, that rumble. If you're just joining us live here, we're on our descent now into Charlotte. Not too far out now from Charlotte. Let's take a look, see how far we are from the runway. So we're about 80 miles out from the runway here. We appreciate you tuning in, watching.
Yeah, 269, Atlanta Center, US sign heading 330 on departure, turn left heading 330.
Turning left, heading 330 on departure. Sorry about that, United 269.
Not a problem, you're ready to contact, climb maintain flight level 240.
Climbing 240, United 269.
American 1988, ready to contact loss.
Let's double check ATC.
Northwest 805, cross Glavin at a maintain
TCA
144
STC
2000, Atlanta landing west.
Don't have anything for Charlotte Tower or ATIS. So we're going to be just hanging on with Atlanta Center here for our approach in.
269, direct to Latch.
Feel kind of nice to have ATC on as we come in.
Direct to
All right, down through
United
252 now, on our way down to 6,000 for ePay.
American 1346, left turn, Charlie 11, Charlie Mike to the right.
Charlie 11, Charlie ramp, American 1346, thanks for your help.
Such a cool shot there, looking out over the wing.
Delta 534 across Andre, 13,000, 250 knots, landing west.
Cross Andre at 13,000, 250 knots. For Delta
Across Dent, above 16,000.
Delta 2044, contact Atlanta approach 133.47.
We're going to go ahead and come on in at flaps 40 for our landing and add 5 knots to that. It'll be 143.
About a minute and a half.
Alright, down through 21.5 now. 2998, we'll verify that one more time in 4th flight here. 33 minutes ago, 2998, that is set. So all we gotta do is hit the standard key, and we'll go to our setting of 2998 on the barometric pressure. Alright, so our 36 right, that's what we're doing. Missed approach, climb to 1,320, then climbing right turn to 4,000, so 4,000 is our missed approach. We are going to be tuned to 108.9003 and 108.9, 108.9 both sides. That is set. and that's going to be 6,000, 4,000, 2,500 to intercept the glide slope. Alright, and we are looking for minimums now. 200 feet will be 927. I'm now tuning to 927 here. And what you should see then is barometric minimums right here. 927. We did that with right here with our minimums button, and we got radio. So you can see now I turned that, and that radio would be set to 49 feet. So we could change that to 200 really quickly for minimums if we wanted to go radio minimums, which would be decision height, and this would be decision altitude. 927. 927 is what we're setting. That's what the charts are telling us here.
Yeah, Center's back on Crixie. We'll shoot 5333 heading.
Decision altitude 927. Decision height 200. So we've got 927 set. Cat 1.
And 36 right.
All right, there's 18,000. We'll go ahead and transition there to 2998.
2998.
There we go. That's 4Flight talking to you. And we're still on profile here. We're looking good. So we're going to go through slow FO above 10,000, below 21,000. So we're already in that window now. As long as we cross slow FO above 10,000, we're good, and we should be plenty good crossing there. So 10,000, 21, 250 knots, gem go. 250 knots, 10,000 to 16,000. And you can already see that showing up out here. This is our vertical flight path right here, so we're on path here. 250 knots in magenta, 6,000 set. We're still looking good. All right, we're going to go auto brakes up to our landing.
Still 2276 Atlanta Center, climb maintain level 290.
We are planning flaps 40, 143 on the speed.
Delta 3247, contact Jack Center 135.92.
Big bug sync here. Big bug is synced. All right, we're at 16,000, which we're crossing slow FO here in 1 mile between 10 and 21, so we're still right on path here. Auto brakes 2 is set. Been airborne 1 hour 13 minutes right now, and progress page shows us at Charlotte at 2047. It is now 2030, so that is 17 minutes now. There's a shot. Cloud surfing right there at its best. I'm going to dip down in them here in just a minute.
Bluetooth 5333, right of contact, heading 270, climb maintain level 320.
It's just such a cool shot.
Excuse me, can you repeat instructions for Blue Streak 5333?
Bluetooth 5333 was a fade direct gin, climb maintain level 320.
Dropping down in it.
Direct gin,
into the
and
set.
then up to 320 for 5333.
All right, 14,000. Been a super nice flight so far. Nice and smooth. Nothing too bad. Fairly smooth flight. Not a lot of turbulence. So we'll be looking out the right wing over that view here in a little bit. We'll be able to see the airport when we're turning base, hopefully. And we'll also maybe look out and see the airport there off the right. We drop below these clouds.
Center, 511,
Yeah, it's 511 last center. Hello, maintain 50370.
maintain 370.
All right. You remember earlier, there's my 10-mile ring from the runway right there. Now that's going to be on the north side of it, but that's going to just be a good visual reminder that we're getting close to the runway here. So you can see we're going to come in here, we're going to make a left, be a right downwind.
Push at 138, Atlanta Center, looking.
All right. 1089, 1089. So we will be able to, in a little while, go over to the VOR mode here. Approach. We'll stay in our map plan view right now. All right, we're through 12,000. Soon we'll be getting ready to get our lights on. Now you can also see our 5-mile ring there. So we're going to be turning our downwind leg there, probably about 7 miles from the runway. We can get our heady bug synced up here.
Atlanta Center, Walker 3159 with you out of 18,000, flight level 360.
Walker 3159, Atlanta Center, hello.
Big dog synced.
You're at 511, direct by Jack.
Direct by Jack, 511.
And Delta 5949 with you, passing 8,000 up for 140.
Delta 5949, last center, hello, Clemens Hansel, 330.
Up to
If you're just joining in here with us, we are just coming into Charlotte here, passing through 10,000.
16, just going to maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000 for American 716.
Delta 534, contact Atlanta, approach 13.
Right, we're going to go ahead and go level change here and get down.
347 for Delta 534.
Walker
We
3159,
have
direct
begun our final
velocity.
descent into Charlotte. Flight
Alright,
attendants
can
will
we
be
go
passing
let's
through
get
the
our landing lights on.
Direct Charleston, until
Please
Victor
ensure
Quay.
seat cables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under
Direct
the seat
Hotel,
underneath.
Victor, Quebec,
Please
Walker
complete
3159.
all
Finish
Wi-Fi
relight
related tasks
on.
and stow any larger electronics.
Alright. .30 knots. Let's get some speed brakes out here. Help us get slowed down a little bit. So we're going to be at about 210. So we're going to go ahead and slow her down here. Alright, we should be looking at their airport out there, and there it is. I can see it through the clouds. The airport is right in here.
Grand Delta 59, 49 Atlanta Center. Good. Delta 59, 49, can we go Mach 60?
Alright. Speed brakes are set.
Yeah, that's approved.
And we're going to go flaps 1.
Alright, sounds good. Mach 60 for Delta 59, 49, thank you.
A little drag out here. We're down to 210 knots, so 8,000 on our way down to 4,000. Speed brakes over here. Let's keep coming down. Alright, we need a heading bug sync. Okay, and we can go. Heading bug is synced. $210 knots on our way down to 4,000. See the airport there just out the window. We're on the downwind.
Atlanta Center, Spirit Wings, 233 at 12,400, climbing to 14,000.
233 last Center, hello, climb maintain, fold 360.
Climb and maintain 360, Spirit Wings, 233.
Spoilers back. Speed brake armed. Our auto spoilers are armed anyway. Should I say? Alright, let's go flaps 5. Flaps 5 set. Alright, 4,800 on our way to 4,000. Heading bug is synced. Heading select now. We're on vectors.
United 269 cross Aussie, had to maintain 12,000.
And flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
American 716 heading 270.
Right turn 270, American 716.
United 269 cross the Aussie intersection, had to maintain 12,000.
Crossing Aussie intersection at 12,000 feet.
Must have bumped something there.
American 716.
United 269 cross the Aussie intersection, had to maintain 12,000.
Oh.
American 716 is to maintain 3,000.
3,000, American 716. Bumped that while ago, messed up my speed.
American 716, looks like you're going past heading 270, maintain heading 300.
300 for American 716. I bumped that. That really messed up my approach. I bumped that button.
American 716 probably won't work on ILS. Airport will be your 1 o'clock and 9 miles. Given inside.
Hey, firm, we have the field in sight. American 716.
American 716, clear visual approach runway 36 right.
Clear visual, 36 right, American 716. Alright, autopilot's off, it's my airplane.
Delta 2276, maintain flight level 270, that's going to be your final.
Base 272, final, base 276.
Alright. Speed's coming back here. 343. Just coming down. It aggravates me that I bumped that button. I messed up my good ILS approach, but we got a good visual here.
2403 Land Center, good evening.
Speed's coming back just fine.
American 716, wind 2705, runway 36 right, clear to land.
36 right, clear to land, American 716.
Delta 2276, center maintain flight level 240.
1050, 240.
Get some good hand flying in here. Alright, autothrottles are off, it's my airplane.
620 last center, hello, Clementine, hold 360.
Let's climb 360, much appreciated.
Mile final runway 36 right.
1,000.
1000, continue.
$500.
400. Plus 100. 300. Minimums 200.
Center United 5-1, Northwest a minute, step away for about 5 minutes.
100.
Yeah, that's fine.
50. 40. 30. 20. 20. 10. 10.
Phenom 16 November, Atlanta Center, hello, direct to Columbus, and Clementine, hold 430.
Alright. It was actually a pretty good landing.
Yeah, Clementine, hold 390, shadows, get fine. And Phenom 6 Tango November, maintain flight level 180 of higher path traffic.
4:45 p.m. and it's currently about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile
And
device.
Phenom 6 Tango November traffic will be up your right wing, 7 miles southbound,
Runway
climbing at
05,
18.5 of higher path.
Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Delta 5949, Atlanta Center.
Delta 5949, good.
And Delta 5949, are we able to go normal speed, please?
Yeah, you can resume normal speed.
Appreciate you, Delta Network.
And center American 716's clear runway 36 right at Mike, taxi to the gates. 230 feet on the landing.
76, contact Jack Center 135.92.
135.92, that's a 3226, yeah.
Landing lights off.
Southwest 2825, contact Jack Center 135.92.
APU on.
13592, Southwest 2826.
Clean up
Yeah,
flaps.
269, contact Atlanta
Right, we're
Perch
going on to the gates.
133.47.
See, he ain't answering.
147, United to 60.
See now 16 November traffic no longer factor, climb maintains level 390.
Definitely answer for 16 November.
It's a good flight. If I hadn't accidentally hit my autopilot disconnect there a while ago, I would have been
Delta 5949, contact Jack Center 135.92.
Over to Jacksonville Center,
perfect on the
135.92.
ILS.
Thanks for the agency. Have a great night.
But with that, it disconnected my autopilot. We overturned the heading that he assigned us of 270. So then he cleared us visual and we came right on in. So we were able to get her back under control nicely. But we should have had
Order 2969 Atlanta Center.
FSLTL on.
Good
Some
evening.
traffic popping in here maybe.
You can cross the lap and maintain 1414,000 and running west.
Go right on up here, make this right, and then we'll
Marcus 2969, cross Glavin at a maintain 1414,000 at landing west. At a maintain 14. Walker 3159, Indy Center is offline for catch approved. Have a good flight.
West 1940 with you, 360.
United 1940 Landing Center, hello.
Landing Center, Delta 1488, have it checking in flight OL 350.
Delta 1488 Landing Center, hello.
why don't we just take this spot right here? Take Charlie 19. Alright. And the seas are up just another just another foot or so.
Delta 792 Atlanta Center, good evening.
Right there.
Descend via the Jedi 2 arrival runway. I'm sorry, descend via the Jedi 2 arrival.
Parker brake is set.
West.
APU gen on. And fuel coming off. Alright, and we need to go ahead
Descend via
and
the Jedi 2 arrival, landing west.
additional services, request a GPU.
Jedi 2 arrival.
And then we need to go down to the FMC here, menu, ground services. Let's go ahead and set the chocks and get our ground power connected here.
American 2403 descend via Hobbit 2 arrival, landing west.
Alright, ground power is on, so we'll go ahead and establish ground power. And we can go ahead and get the APU off, we can get our taxi light off, and we can get our collision light and strobe light should have already been off. Alright. Fuel pumps can be off. And let's go ahead and request the deboarding.
The boarding requested.
And here comes the gate coming in. And we'll go ahead, while that's doing that, let's go ahead and finish our flight on Join AVA and file the power rep. That is complete. All right, back to the inside, and we need to go return and go to doors, and let's get that boarding door open.
Passengers deboarding starting.
All right, there we go. Seatbelt signs need to be already off. All right, yaw damper can be off, and we are on ground power. Get our hydraulic pumps off. We can get our pitot heats off. We can get our windshield heats off. Trim air can also be off. Packs can be off. Isolation valve open.
Ladies and 704 line center, clear to Clearwater Airport. The right of the Southland failed. Maintain 5,000, expect level 3001.
We're get our navs to the off position here.
This frequency squawk 2027.
We'll kill these, and let's get these lights turned off as well. That's a good flight.
Unit 704, read that correct. Greenville altimeter 3001.
I wish I'd have started my instant replay, but I totally forgot that, so we won't be able to watch the replay of this. But all in all, good flight. From JFK down to Charlotte. We'll get credit for that on our AVA, American Airlines virtual airline, for the op tonight. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and we appreciate you tuning in. And as always, we hope you come back and join us again. And we'll leave you with that. 716 Delta Mike. We'll see you.